guys, it's Sam, and this is my November book haul. So the first package I got was from Tor, and it's another Fearless Women box. I've unboxed a Fearless Women box again in the spring or summer, but these are books by female authors that are either out or coming out, or just books that they want to promote by ladies, which, you know, is a kind of campaign that I can get behind. So the first thing we have is the Vicious Tote from Vicious by V.E. Schwab, which I've recently read, and I'll post my review on the screen. But I'm sure there'll be something for Vengeful in here because it's Vengeful season. Going hard on Vengeful right now. There's a Fearless Women candle, brown sugar and fig, and this is from the Canary's Nest Candle Company. That's an interesting smell. Brown sugar and fig. I like figs. It's a nice like fall, but like almost a floral scent. It's nice. Yeah, like that's like a earthy the more you smell it. Almost like a tree scent. Which might not make any sense, but it's really good. Oh, and there's this little book bow thing. I forget what they're called. Sleeves, book sleeves, and this is purple and has like feathers and little things on it. This is nice. This again appeals to me because I've gotten some of these before that just like aren't my style, you know, but purple is one of the colors that I allow into my life. So this is cute. So this, like, you put your book in it and it protects it if you put it in your bag and stuff for travel, and it's padded, so that's nice. They wrap up all these books individually so you don't know what's coming, which is fun, and they did it in like a little rainbow, it seems like. So the first book is City of Broken Magic by Myra Bolander. So this sounds like an urban fantasy novel. In this world 500 years ago, the Magi created a weapon that they couldn't control, which is an infestation that ate magic. Whether friend or foe, it didn't discern. There's an elite team of non-magical humans, kind of like a SWAT team, called Sweepers. The main character is a new member of one of these teams, and the only remaining sweeper because of something obviously that's happened. So she's the only one that stands between the infestation and mass destruction and apocalypse. Sounds fun. Ooh, this is one I've seen around and I'm excited for. This is The City in the Middle of the Night by Charlie Jane Anders. This comes out in February of 2019. So this takes place on a planet named January, and half of the planet is in like an eternal freezing cold night, and the other half is in like a blazing desert of a day. And the two cities that people actually live in are in like kind of the dusk part of the world that they're allowed to just kind of survive in. The main character, Sophie, gets exiled into the night side because of something about like a revolution and something that she becomes involved in that she didn't really want to be, and the only way that she ends up getting saved is because she forms a bond with the beasts that live in the night, which that's all it really like says, so I don't know what that means. And she wants to just kind of stay out of things, but she ends up having to go on some kind of mission or trek, and there's this thing about like a ragtag found family, and there's a lot of keywords in this description that make me very intrigued and very excited. And this is also like a super vague synopsis, which also has me intrigued. Charlie Jane Anders won some awards for their other book. I'm forgetting the name. All the Birds in the Sky. So I'm very interested in what this has to bring. February 2019. I already have a copy of this. This is The Phoenix Empress by Kay Arsenault Rivera. This is the second book, the first book being The Tiger's Daughter, which I've talked about at length. I've also read and reviewed this book. This is Autonomous by Anna Lee Newitz. I will leave my review for it on the screen. I read it in hardcover, and it's apparently now out in paperback. But this is one of those books that talks about like AI and what makes a human and stuff like that, which you guys know that I like. So if you're into that, check out my review for it. The next book is Updraft by Fran Wilde. These books I've seen before. This series is one that I've seen possibly talked about before. This takes place in a fantasy world, and our main character is trying to earn her wings as part of a career that she wants to be a trader and like fly around, so she's trying to earn her wings, but she ends up inadvertently breaking the law, and this sends everything into chaos, censures her family, and kind of throws her into this like dark underbelly of the world that she knows. And we have Tomorrow's Kin by Nancy Kress. This is another book that's been out for some time. It's the first book in a science fiction series, and in this, aliens have landed and wish to speak to the UN. The main character is a scientist that has been invited to this meeting as kind of like an ambassador for Earth, and it is revealed that there's a disaster impending and people need to fix it. The aliens are nice in here, apparently, sort of like warning humans, which is a different take. And the last book is, as I predicted, Vengeful by V.E. Schwab, which I already do have a copy of, but this is the second book in the Villains series. I think it's only going to be a duology, but who knows? I haven't yet read this book, but I will soon. I was going to read it in November. Then I ran out of time with Tome Topple and stuff, so I don't really feel like Vengeful is a December book. I'm going to read it soon. I just don't know when. I hope I don't put it off as long as I put off Vicious, because then y'all might be mad at me, right? I was then sent from Saga Mage Against the Machine by Sean Barger. This is sort of a science fiction fantasy mashup. The year is 2120 and only mages or magical humans are around, because years ago a mage used nuclear magical technology weaponry to like create a nuclear magical apocalypse. See the combination of things here? Our main character of Nikolai is obsessed with like 20th century human pop culture, and he has this kind of hobby, but he also has a career where he needs to protect the veils that protect the mages from like the nuclear magical wasteland. But he's confronted by a former instructor who's gone rogue and discovers that humans aren't actually dead. So through a series of events, he ends up teaming up with Jem, who is a rebel human, but she's not just rebel human, she has cybernetic stuff going on. So she's like a human cyborg, and they both enter the fray and everything takes off from there. There's a lot going on with the synopsis and the sci-fi fantasy combination. They're marketing it as Harry Potter meets Terminator, which whenever you put Harry Potter in a tagline, I'm always very unsure, but that's what they're going for. Who knows? And then I was sent this little book, which is Art Matters by Neil Gaiman, which is a speech I believe that he did, and it's illustrated by Chris Riddell, who's done a lot of the illustrations for his books like Graveyard Book and Coraline and stuff like that. So it's a little, one of those little speech books that they're putting out for inspiration and stuff. And last but not least, we have this month's Owlcrate box. As you guys know, I'm an Owlcrate affiliate, so they send me a box every month to unbox for you, but I don't get any kind of financial compensation or anything like that. So I do have a coupon code, which is linked down below, for 10% off your purchase of an Owlcrate box. You can use that as a gift for gift season, or for yourself, as a gift to yourself, whatever you want to do. But again, I don't get any kind of financial compensation for that code. Rise from the Ashes. First thing is this pillowcase, and it's one of the, like the square pillowcases, and it says, "As long as there is life, there is hope," and that's from An Ember in the Ashes by Saba Tahir. Ooh, we have a little Owlcrate exclusive planter, and it's a little skull planter. I thought spoopy season was over, but apparently not. So you can put like a little succulent or something in it. This month's pin, which has always the art from this month if you collect pins. This is it. I remember this now. This is, oh I got excited, Owlcrate exclusive wax seal kit. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you like it to like, oh my gosh. So it comes with like the wax, and you melt it down, and then you use the little wax seal to like seal your envelopes closed like a classy person. And this is a little like, a little book one. You see how pretty? I don't think I'm doing Christmas cards this year because I don't have time, but whenever I mail something that requires an envelope, I'm gonna whip this bad boy out because I've wanted one of these for years. I've had them on my Etsy wish list like forever, but no one uses Etsy wish list, so like no one knows I want them, but I do. Then there's this little craft-tastic. So it looks like this is a little instructional thing on how to make a wishing bracelet, which I don't think I've ever seen before. So it includes everything you need: the wood stick, the adhesive, the paper, plastic beads, the thread, everything. This is the first time they've done something like this, I think. A little like craft maker. That's fun. And there's a little print, and this is a quote from Evermore by Sarah Holland, which comes out at New Year's Eve apparently of this year. "I know better than to be afraid of stories" is the quote from that. I was hoping something like this would be in here. There's a little sticker. Dumbledore and Fox. They're so precious. My favorite Phoenix of all time. I mean, everyone's obviously, but like, so pure. And the book this month is Girls of Paper and Fire by Batasha Negan. And I tried to look up how to pronounce her last name, but Google was like not accepting it. So if any of you guys know, please link that down below for me. I've been seeing this cover everywhere though, and people are even reading it in front of me in lines at Y'all Fest, so people are really enjoying this. In this world, 8 girls are chosen every year to become paper girls for the king. The main character is from the paper caste in this society, which is the lowest caste, and she is chosen because she has very beautiful eyes, but once she gets there, things aren't exactly as they seem. She ends up having a forbidden romance, who knows with who, and that plot gets mixed with a plot to overthrow the king's reign, and she still wants to escape, and everything is just a mess, obviously, with political intrigue and romance and stuff. This reminded me sort of like The Wrath and the Dawn or something, so we'll see. This sounds very intriguing. Like I've been saying, I've been seeing this like everywhere. This cover is stunning, so obviously people have been posting about it like crazy. And then we have this month's little newsletter, which features like stuff about the books and the alternate covers and all of that, because this is an Owlcrate exclusive cover. It's all like pretty and stuff. So you have stuff about like the different artists and everything in here. It's like a community thing. And of course it comes with a letter from the author and like a sticker and stuff, and it's signed. I think I just got a paper cut from the cover, which is funny because of the title and paper and stuff. The paper is stuck to the bottom of this effing box, and I just want to get it out. It's the sneak peek for next month. This has never happened. Why won't you? Oh! Okay, I was excited and I want to talk about this. Next month's theme is the power of illusions. And every box next month will include an exclusive item from Ink and Wonder Designs, which are typically bookmarks, which are very pretty. So that is it for my November book haul. Comment below, let me know if you've read any of these things, what you've thought of them, and tell me what you got this month in November, or if you're saving like all of your wish lists for December, because I know a lot of us are. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you guys soon. Bye!